It's Friday, and that means it's 7:02 Unplugged.
We always top off our Fridays with 702 Unplugged, and today it's no different. But it does have a pinch of sadness to it because from the 1st of June, we got heartbreaking news that gangs of ballet, will be disbanding, that they're busy with their farewell tour. They did release their final and third EP in triptych of EPs Form and Function Part 3 at the end of June to mark this farewell, and they're celebrating right through to the end of the year. So the guys have decided to pursue different interests, but lead singer of Gangs of Ballet, Brad Klingsmith, joins us now in studio, and he'll be performing on behalf of all of them.
Yes.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, man. How you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Are you getting all sorts of mail from your fans? Like, why? Why?
I know, it's crazy, man. I promise you, it's so weird. It's actually so nice that people have sent mails like that. You know, it's
Like if you went off quietly into the night.
Not a single message. You're like, oh, okay.
What's the one that surprised you the most?
You know, we've had a lot of guys that some people said that it literally burst into tears when we announced, which is quite sweet. Oh, shame, but it's been amazing.
Though?
Yeah, people have been so kind. Well, I wish I had some scandal for you, but I don't.
Because what, you came together in 2011?
2011, yeah.
Yeah.
The 6th of April was our first show.
You even remember to the date.
Oh, I know. It's like my bride.
But how did you come together?
Yeah, I actually wanted to start play. I wanted to play bass guitar in a band. That was the sole reason that we started this thing.
Yeah.
And I actually was the original bass player for Gangs of Ballet, and there was another frontman, and he at some stage he was like, nah, I'm over this. And so I always say I got demoted to frontman and sing and guitar.
Demoted?
Yeah.
Anyone would want
bass,
that spotlight.
No ways, the bass is the best. You just sit like a creepy dude in the back and just in the shadows, just playing bass, and that sounds like a good time to me. So
that's crazy.
Yes.
And that's how you became part of
and then it kind
Gangs
of
Ballet.
evolved. Yeah, we kind of evolved. We got another bass player in, and kind of evolved from then. And started playing shows, got a little bit of traction, put some petrol in the car, and drove to Joburg, drove to Cape Town, drove to PE, drove the whole country, and just worked really hard and just started to kind of snowball, which was great.
Yes, that live aspect of music, I think, is a blessing for any artist. Like to be able to do the things you get to do, the places you get to play. It's not always great, I know. Yeah. I've heard stories of people sleeping in the vans that they're traveling in, or in the kumbis that they're traveling, just camping out. Yeah. Maybe the promoter hasn't done the necessary arrangements, but it can be rough. But is it an adventure?
Yeah, of course, man. It's such a I was actually looking in my our photos on my Mac is it's chronological, obviously, so I went like a couple of weeks ago, I went back and I found the first video of our first show, and then I just started going through, and I just watched my little story in front of me. Thankfully, we've got this digital age where we actually end up capturing so much of these informal photos, and an absolute adventure. What an education in life. Like, we actually got to see our own country.
Yes.
I don't know how many South Africans even say that. We got to see the highs and lows, the beautiful, the ugly, the wonderful, the woeful. And
what's the most remote place you've played in? Probably in the northwest, Northern Cape somewhere.
Yeah, it is. We've driven both sides of the country, so I mean, there's a couple of like canoe races that we ended up playing.
Oh, really?
So like it's in the middle of the bush, basically. They have the final. I mean, I can't remember which canoe race it was, but they have like a party at the end, obviously. But that's like tents next to a river on the back of a truck or something.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a proper stage.
And the biggest stage, like with the biggest audience.
Biggest audience is Joburg Day, which is I think 30,000 people. Wow. And it's quite a surreal experience. I actually only processed it afterwards. It's kind of weird when you're up there. You're like, okay, this is a big show, better not mess it up, And you get off stage and you look back and think, well, I actually couldn't see the back of the crowd for that one. So
no.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, man. I think okay. Let's look at what everybody will be doing before we look at some of the emotions that you're dealing with. Yeah. So the band members have different interests. What's Jono going to be doing?
So Jono is a graphic design badass. He's so talented. He's done all gang stuff through the years, and so he's currently working with CR7, which is Cristiano Ronaldo's clothing range.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's doing graphic design for that stuff. He's in that agency. And same agency does Sgt. Pepper clothing.
Yeah.
And they were actually, Sgt. Pepper originally, we were sponsored by them. They were actually, we worked close to them. I know Zach well.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he's doing that now, and he's really playing on a high level of industry. Josh who's the drummer and my brother, he's recorded a solo album, which is ready to go, and it's just spectacular. It's beautiful. I think it'll be one of my favorite albums ever. Yeah,
and what do you
beautiful.
plan to do?
So I'm an active creative. So like in the last 2 or 3 years, I've been building phone applications and websites and managing a young artist called Andrew Sutton.
Okay.
Who's a Durban kid that I discovered at High School Musical. It's like plays out like a movie. I got invited to my own high school. They have a musical every year. I actually played in it when I was back in high school. And there comes out Andrew, this blonde-haired kid that was just like so much better than everyone else, you know.
Wow.
And my wife is next to me and she's crashing on him, and I'm just like, who is this dude? Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. The last year I've launched Andrew, and he's done so well, and he's just like starting to gain a lot of momentum. And then I moved to the States in September, which is also going to be really, really exciting.
Sure.
With my wife, I'm going to study, and I've got some amazing songwriting opportunities there, which we're going to have a go at. So it's all happening. Yeah, that's why Gangs is. We've never allowed Gangs to own us. It was always something we did, but it was never what we were, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be so sad to see it go, but we all three of us are really excited about the future.
Yes.
You know? We're so stoked that we got to do that though.
We do get attached to things and people, and then our expectation becomes that these things and people will be around forever.
Yeah.
And we sometimes forget that it was a gift for that period.
Yes.
And you need to draw and get what you need to get out of it,
Yeah.
and then move on to the next thing.
100%.
Is that your approach?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I'm a pretty like forward-thinking, positive kind of dude, and I just think that I try not to make any decisions based on fear. I've got to believe in what I'm doing next, and when I believe what it is, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
You know, I don't make decisions to do something worse than what I just did. You know, the aim is to do something much bigger, much better, and in some ways, I kind of approach it, I say like, well, maybe this is the beginning of my life now. You know, maybe this is the great thing that I do, you know, and I've had such a privileged life to this point, and I've had such amazing opportunities. But I still think, yeah, maybe there can be more.
There's even bigger and better to come.
Come on.
So how does that conversation go though? How does it go where you say, okay, yeah, let's all acknowledge sitting around the table, let's all be on the same page about what is going on here.
Yeah, it actually was quite an interesting one to kind of like bridge, but we didn't do it overnight. You know, it was like probably over a year or so.
Really?
Yeah, I think we all started having these other interests. I think doing music solely for 7 years, it's a long time to just focus on one thing. And I think all of us being quite creative people, the natural thing was we actually did something else just to shake it up, and then those things got bigger and better, and you know, it took more space and time and all those things.
So who said it first? It's like in a divorce, you know, someone has to say it first.
Jeez,
like,
I don't know. I might have done it actually. It might have been me. I might be the reason.
Own it.
Mail.
Yeah,
It
everybody else isn't here to state their case, so you can own it.
Yeah, I might have thrown it out there, and they'll had a sigh of relief at that I was the one that broached it, you know.
Yes.
It might have been that, but
yes.
With me moving to the States, it was kind of like, okay, we need to set a date now, and so that was the one. It was all kind of like a theory until we said 1st of September. That's it.
That's it. And then you decided to have this final farewell, doing it in fine style. You have a brand new single entitled Black and White.
Yeah.
And then you end things off with your first collaboration, and you feature Jack Parow. Like,
yeah.
wanted to go out big.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, you know, it was such an important thing for us. Like, we weren't really keen to put up a Facebook status and say, well, bye.
Yeah.
You know, and just leave the scene, you know. We kind of did it so we could celebrate like 7 years of our lives, and we've known Parow for a long time, and he's such a rad guy. We really, really get along, and it's the first time we ever collaborated. I can't believe we haven't collabed before. And yeah, I had this song and this groove, and I sent him. He loved it, and the rest is kind of history. You know, he's just absolute pro in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, he was amazing. He's just like it was too good. Yeah. So we've Black and White, Gangs of Ballet, Jack Parry, Black and White. That's out now. You can listen to it and go check out the music video. There's a animation house called Feral Child that did it for us, and they it's beautiful. It's like really arty and like just it's really appealing to look at on the screen. And you can check that on our YouTube. And then we're dropping an EP as well.
Yeah.
So we're going out with a big bang.
It's going to be a collector's item. You gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Their very last album. And who knows? Maybe in 20 years' time they'll come together just for old time's sake.
It's time to wake up now, running around this ghost town. Oh, my head's tied up in knots, and fear stands beside me. His henchmen block my every glimpse of hope. Oh, I fear I've lost control. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye, cruel world. I hear morning come. The sound of their voices slowly fades away with all the clouds. I can hear the sound of birds, their looks of frustration, powerless to fight the rising sun. Oh, I've opened up my eyes. Hello, sweet world. Hello, sweet world.
Can I get another one?
702 Unplugged.
Please don't leave. Tell me that you see me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me I'm alive. Oh, I've been walking through the valley, running from these shadows. I'm trying to make it home. When not a day do I stand alone, not an hour am I on my own. No, your love won't pass me by. Your love won't pass me by. Feel like a soldier fighting for his country. inside. It's all fear and no feeling. Oh no, I've gotta make it home. When not a day do I stand alone, not an hour am I on my own. No, your love won't pass me by. Your love won't pass me by. Won't pass me by. Your love won't pass me by. Me by. I feel it on my skin. I feel it in the air. 702 feels just like home. I say, ooh, yeah. I say, ooh, I say, take me home, yeah, take me home, take me home.
Oh, how soulful was that? That was so soulful. Pass Me By and Dudu, you got your wish. Dudu had requested Hello Sweet World. So thank you.
Any
Making
pleasure,
at least
any
one of our
pleasure.
listeners very happy. So where can we catch you between now and the time you leave?
Okay, so you need to follow our social at Gangs of Ballet. You can follow me as well at Brad Klainsmith, KLYNSMITH. And just check out, we're setting up the tour as it goes on. We only made the decision quite
Okay,
soon.
late.
So we're just locking down the dates. Definitely a Durban show on the 11th of August, and our very last show will be the 1st of September at Joburg Day. And I leave the 2nd of September, so there's no more. That is the one. The 1st of September is the very,
That's
very last time
amazing.
you'll ever hear Gangs. But we are releasing the EP and stuff, so please just, get it, check it out, love it, hate
Yes.
it, show it to your friends, show it to aunties, grannies, uncles, brothers, twice
Yes.
cousins. But thanks so much for having us. We really, really, we've just loved our
It was
time.
an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. It's like the end of an era.
Yeah.
But all of the best with everything that you're all doing.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll be catching you in one way or another with all your endeavors. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
And that was 702 Unplugged.